Hey guys, feel like it's a long time no speak. It's Sarah from the Australian office, and I thought I'd just do a quick video because I know a few people had some questions from the training yesterday about Global Business Summit. I personally did because I was on a phone call for the first 10 minutes and I totally missed the presentation that they put forward. So I asked Claudio to give me the presentation. He did, which is awesome. And I also gave him a list of questions and he's answered them for me. And so I wanted to go back through the presentation and answer some questions that I've asked. So hopefully that might answer the same questions if you've got the same as me. All right, so Global Business Summit. I actually first, before I go into the PowerPoint here, in regards to the ticket sales, I had some questions about that this morning. So for ticket sales, right now up until August 31st, you have got our early bird ticket. So you know that you can buy like a single ticket at $49.95, or there's the 10-pack of tickets, which works out to be $29.95, right? Now, some questions that I've had answered was, the 10 tickets that people buy, can they be allocated out to anybody? And the answer is yes. I asked another question, did it have to be somebody in their team? No, it doesn't need to be somebody in their team. So those 10 tickets, somebody can buy 10 tickets and then they will be able to allocate them out to anyone in their organization or even outside of their organization. But I guess obviously whoever takes those tickets will be giving the ticket money to whoever purchase those tickets. That's their own sort of their own deal. Okay, so anybody can buy 10 tickets and they can then allocate those out as they feel. So I know personally that I'm going to encourage a lot of my leaders to buy 10 tickets and offer the support that if they end up not being able to move 10 tickets through their team, then we will try and keep encouraging other people that don't have a team leader who's buying tickets to then be able to access some of those tickets off some of those other team leaders. So a bit of an idea there for you as well. But just remember that the early bird 10 tickets is only up until August 31st. Now, the next question I asked was, what if I don't allocate my 10 tickets out before August 31st? Do I have to? And they said the answer is no, they don't actually have to have allocated the 10 tickets out before the 31st. However, depending on when they have their ticket against their ID number is depending on what they get, as in the early bird bundles or the gift packs. Okay, so you know right now in the early bird, it's not just that they get cheap tickets, but they're also going to be able to get the early bird bundle, the gifts, and like the better deal. So everyone that actually has a ticket against their name or against their ID number in that period up till August 31st will be classified as early birds, okay? So if I bought a lot of 10 tickets, everyone that I then share those tickets out to, and they get their name against that ticket before the 31st are early birds. But if I've got some extra tickets and I don't find somebody to take that ticket until the next month, so until September, they're now not classified as an early bird. Okay, so what that means is they don't get the early bird gift registration and the gift set, you know, the bundle they're going to get, and they don't also get access to the early bird bundle that they can order in September. Okay, so that's the difference. What they will get though is they will have bought the ticket at still the cheaper price. So they don't have to have allocated all of their tickets out by the end of the month. However, it will change what access or what sets that the register actually gets depending on when they registered. Okay, I hope that makes sense because I feel like I've jumbled myself there. But basically, anyone that's classified as an early bird register is somebody that has registered by the 31st. So whether that's they've allocated one of the 10 tickets in that time frame, if they take one of those 10-pack cheaper tickets, they don't actually get that allocated against the name until September. They still get the same price, but they're not an early bird, meaning they won't get some of the early bird benefits. Okay, so ideally we want to get everyone registered before the 31st of August so that they get all the best deal, but it's not a cutoff for us. So I think that was the only question I had about the tickets today that I had answered, which is good. Okay, so let's go through the PowerPoint that was yesterday. I asked a question about this online store, because like I said, I missed it. There would be new exclusive branded items featuring our Tisha Noni logo, and this was some of the branded apparel. Now, I first was a little bit hesitant because I thought maybe it would have New Age on there or Noni by New Age, and I was worried I don't want to take this merchandise because maybe it's going to go out of date. But it's all branded Tisha Noni, so that's good. Now, as far as I know, the answer to that question right now is if it'll be an online store. I know that the US, they're looking at trying to put that up online so that there will be a store. Claudia is looking at the idea of us all having our own store and our then taking merchandise into each of our markets. I personally, for my market, I suggested that at first we just allow that through my accounts being able to order from the US and just get it through personal use. But I think that question is still unanswered, and maybe this is the opportunity for you to consider whether you want to get apparel in, or this apparel in, and maybe letting Claudio know what, you know, like what you're interested in there, and getting and ordering that in. But so that's kind of an unanswered question right now. I know that the team are working hard on trying to work out the best approach on that one. The branded merchandise, which is also going to be a part of the gift bundles. So this is the merchandise. Again, I think that's part of what could be available through online store, or if we order that in our market. And then we have got the registration gifts, which has also got some of that branded merchandise in it. So there's general registration gifts for all the attendees, but then there's also the early bird gifts for those that bought early bird tickets. Okay, so just remember, an early bird ticket is anyone that actually has a ticket against their name up until August 31st, not necessarily relative to those 10 packs who maybe they didn't allocate one of those tickets till after. They're not an early bird then, they just got the early bird price. So early bird gifts, and then there's general registration, okay? For general registration, so everyone that actually does register for the events, they will receive this pack, which is the shot glass, the hat, and the Noni Pop socket. But those that actually registered as an early bird, so they had a ticket in their name before by the August 31st, they will get the added pen and the notebook. Okay, so if you don't register before, or if you're not an early bird ticket buyer, or don't have an early bird ticket against your name on your account, then you'll just get the general registration gift, and the rest will be, and then if you are, then you will get this. Now, I believe they're going to send those products into our markets, and we then need to sort of like box that up and then ship it out to all of the people that have registered. I believe that they're trying to get that to us in September. Obviously the worst case, early October, but it's going to have to be super early. So that the good news is, so I believe it's coming out of Asia, so it might be a bit quicker for us all. Then we have got the access to being able to get the early access bundle. Okay, so this slide I realized was a little bit confusing. So see how he's got 4 bottles of Tisha Noni juice on there, and which is the new sleeve. And then he's got the shots to the side. So the pack bundle isn't the 4 1-litre bottles. The actual pack bundle is the wellness shot, the Tisha Noni wellness shots. So essentially the deal is that they'll be able to buy one 10-pack and they'll get another 10-pack for free. And what they were trying to say here was that the sale that they would buy these in would be in September, and ideally they would add this new wellness shot order in with their Noni juice that they would get in September. That was the intention of that slide. Now, at the bottom there, it actually says which markets that this wellness shot will be available in. So if your market is not listed at the bottom of the slide here, then they're still working on an alternate plan to what you would do as an early access bundle. Another few clarifying points on this slide is this is only available to those that bought the early bird tickets, okay? And they'll only be able to access this bundle and do sales of it in September only, Okay, so only people with an early bird ticket can buy the early bird bundle, and it will be an order that they do in September. So it's September sales, and the ideal situation could be that they add that in with their noni juice for the month of September to help make sure they fill their ordership, and then obviously they'll get extra commission. Now the pricing on there is US dollars. We're still waiting to receive the local pricing for each of our markets that will have that product. And as I said, they're still trying to work out what the early access bundle will be for those markets that don't have or won't have that wellness shot in there. So if you're not on that list there, maybe even if you've got some suggestions of what your bundle could look like, I don't know, Claudio might appreciate the suggestions on ideas, but I know that he is also working pretty hard on that as well. Okay, so the bundle is essentially just the wellness shots. You buy a 10-pack of wellness shots and you're going to get an extra 10-pack for free. And the other 4 bottles over there was just a reflective of the new sleeve of the product coming through, and also that the ideal would be that they would add that in with their ordership. It's not actually a part of the gift, not actually a part of the access of the bundle. Okay, so next slide is exclusive event bundle. So this one here, again, depending on what you're going to be able to get in your market, so that it'll be 4 bottles of original, and then whatever of these wellness shots that you can get. I know in Australia we can only get the original wellness shot. So for example, my bundle will be like 4 bottles of Tisha Noni 1 liters, and then 4 lots of just the original shots. So I won't have the other 3 there. It'll just be 4 lots. Plus they get these masks and those things that are down the bottom there. Are they cooler bags? I'm not sure. Yeah, they look like cooler bags, right? In the US, they're going to do free shipping. I'm not doing free shipping. I can't do that. It's not an option for me. And then but this whole pack will be heavily discounted. Now, the deal on these packs is, again, it's only available to everybody that has registered, and this will be an October sale. So on the 7th of October, while we're doing the event, they will open up the opportunity for everyone that's on that event to be able, that has registered. Then they will be able to buy this exclusive event bundle, and your event bundle will be whatever you've ended up working out to be in your market at the pricing that you've established, obviously with Will and the pricing team. Okay, but these extra items here will be a part of the things that are included in the bundle. And I believe they're only going to keep that window open for them to be able to order this exclusive event bundle. Will only be like maybe a week. So like on the 7th, the first day of the event, they'll go, hey, look, and everyone that's registered, we're going to let you buy this pack at this great price, whatever the pricing is, whatever's in the pack, and it'll only be available for maybe a week. I guess that time frame could change, but it's meant to be only a short period of time, and it's only for people who have registered are going to be able to access and buy that pack. And then that was just the last slide that it just showed you those items that are in there. So that's just a part of the exclusive event bundle. So essentially it's this plus whatever product you end up being able to pull together to make that be your bundle. And I think that was pretty much all of the questions I had and that everyone else may have had from the event. There is, if you can do NFR for some of the items, maybe that's a good option to do. Just depends on your market and how many people you're going to get in. But I would encourage you to get as many people registered in early bird as possible, because it's going to help you plan a lot better and know how many people you've got to deal with and forecast and make sure we've got all of the product and the all the general registration gifts ready and prepared so that we've got them in the hands of the attendees so that we can make this a great event for them, obviously, as well. But if you have any more questions on this was all the questions that I had with Claudio, and he answered them for me this morning. If you've got more questions, I'm going to try and put together more frequently asked document, including this video. So send it through to me, and there you go. Have a good day. See you guys. Good to see. Well, I can't see you, right? Well, it was good to feel like you saw me, and then hopefully I'll see you all soon. See ya.